I'm on? Okay, hi, I'm Matthew from Neuberger and Company. Matthew Neuberger at Neuberger and Company. So I got that right. It's the same. That's what you wanted, right? Yeah. This is really the tip for the week, guys, for you guys. What are we calling these, Thomas?
Training Tip Tuesday.
Training Tip Tuesday. Okay, so we can't change the day because that would confuse everybody. So Training Tip Tuesday. They get the video on Tuesday. Be ready. So this Tuesday, you should be thinking about overcoming call reluctance. Now, if you're reluctant to make calls, or I think everybody's kind of reluctant to make calls a little bit, but really, if you ask yourself this question, if I called these people, it would make a massive difference in my production if you're a salesperson. It could be as a CEO. It really doesn't matter what. There's probably people that you should be picking up the phone and calling. What causes us not to pick up the phone is usually a couple of common excuses. I'll call the first one the Wayne and Garth excuse. If you remember Wayne and Garth, it's an old movie reference where they believe they're not worthy. So they would get in front of like superstars and then they would say, I'm not worthy, and bow to the person. And if you don't conceptually see yourself as equal or equal business stature to the person you're calling, that could cause some call reluctance. The other thing is you could find that you really don't feel that you have value to provide. And if you don't feel you have value to provide, when you call somebody, you're going to feel like a pest. Now the list goes on and on. But what I want you to understand is there's one thing at the core of all this that's causing all of the call reluctance problems. And it's the story you are telling yourself about making this call. And either that story is one of two kinds. It's a good story, which makes you pick up the phone and call, or it's a story where, man, you just rather do just about anything else. And there are lots of good stories that people tell themselves. I don't have value. I don't know what to say. I don't know who to call. I'll probably be bothering them. I've already called them a couple of times. I'll be a pest if I call them. I'm not, I don't have my story down yet. I don't know what I'm going to say. All of these different things, or even if I sell it, we can't deliver. Whatever these things that are causing call reluctance, it's about your weak story that you're telling yourself. Now, I got to tell you, we can spend a lot of time rationalizing how to deal with this. If you come to our class on overcoming call reluctance and making the call, we're going to obliterate this for you. But at the end of the day, you've got to get yourself out of a thinking mode and become what we call action-oriented. You have to have an inclination or a bias towards action. And within a matter of a few seconds, when you think about making a call, if you don't pick up the phone and make a call, you've already blown it, and your intellectual part of your brain is going to start to tell you, well, if I make the call, it's going to go wrong. And when the call goes wrong, it's going to go really wrong. And I'm not going to know how to deal with that. So as a result, I'm probably better safe for not making the call until I'm more prepared. So listen, your brain is trying to figure out how to slam the brakes on you making calls. But I want you to think about it this way. Every day that goes by that you spend thinking about this, instead of having a bias towards action, you are costing yourself and your company success, money, attitude, everything that matters to a winning team, whether it's a team of one or it's a team of many. So just remember this. If you remember nothing else, figure out what your story is, and from now on, I want you to have a bias towards action, which means when you think about making calls and it's during paytime hours, pick up the phone. If you have any questions, like to talk to one of our coaches, please feel free to reach out. If you want to talk to me, be happy to talk to you. Until then, good selling.